Hey there, Lynx here, and welcome to Katawa Shoujo and to the routes that I don't necessarily want doing, but we have to. Actually, you know what? Also, why I don't want to do it, aside from the fact that Hanako doesn't deserve a bad end. The other reason is because we apparently have to spend time with those two. God damn it, we've had enough of you. Leave us alone. You already had your route. Go away. Let's ask Hanako if she wants to work for those two. Even if I don't want to. No. 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 What do you say, Hanako? If we all help, it shouldn't take long at all. If we don't help at all, it won't take any time for. Hanako's fidgeting answers my question before she can even form the words. I really need to go. Well, that was to be expected. Looks like just me and the council girls again. Except why? No, don't go. Don't go. Hisao, what is wrong with you? It's easier to resign myself to another afternoon's work in this small council office. I'll catch up with you later, okay? Okay. I don't want to go. Right, now that the farewells are over, it's work time. Yeah, good luck with that. God damn it. Mission choosing a frog march me to the student council office. Never once letting go of my shoulders. That just shows how bad they are. You know, I feel like I have a feeling this might make me don't like those two even more, this route, by the way. We'll see. I feel a little bad for ditching Hanako like this. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Hanako like this. But if this is the price of getting Mishaoka back, so be it. So then, what are we up to today? Debrief! Huh? Isn't that supposed to happen after something? Yeah, we have to collate all of the information for the festival so that Shi-chan can debrief the teachers. Student drops a large pile of paperwork on the desk in front of me and smiles succinctly. We need to start those out into two piles. One for financial stuff like receipts, one for feedback, one for positive feedback, maybe one for things that look like they could be problems next year, one for problems that probably won't be able to be fixed. That's more than two. Huh? Oh right, I thought it would be only 2 piles. My bad. Right. While I'm doing this, what will you two be doing? Well, we missed lunch because we're collecting all of the reports, so we're going to go get some food. Yo, I would just ditch them right now when they go out to get down that food. I would ditch them. Why did you just sort them out while you were collecting them? God damn it! Thankfully, my self-defense mechanism kicks in and prevents me from opening my mouth and further worsening my situation. You should have said that. Huh? How is that fair? I was fretting over the unfair distribution of work so much that I didn't notice that Shizune had kept on signing. If it weren't for Misha's outburst, I probably wouldn't have noticed at all. I would say, no, go get the food, really, and ditch them. Seriously. Shizune seems to be delivering a fairly long string of commands to Misha, and none of them look pleasant. Reaching conclusion, Misha signs briefly back to Shizune and then sits down at the desk next to me. Shizune waves to both of us before disappearing over the door. I mean, out the door. What was all that about? Shizune was sorry that you get it all wrong unless you were supervised. You know what, ditch them. Dude, just go away. And since she can't tell you how we are messing things up, she's making me say, Boomer, I wanted to go with Shi-chan. Then go. But she's going to bring us back some food. How good is that? Terrible. Misha's flippancy is out of his word. from downy dumps to on top of the world over some calories. It's hard to imagine how anyone could operate at that level. Well, it could have been worse. No, it could have not! It could have not. This is the worst outcome. You are there. So, what are we supposed to be doing? Collation! I gathered that. Well, let's just start making pies. We'll work out what the pies mean later. I think my voice for her changed, by the way. Right. We start to separate all of the papers into increasingly complex piles. At first, it's just simple categories, financial feedback, incident reports. Then they split apart into the good and the bad reports, and for the steal until... Right, we start to separate all of the papers into increasingly complex piles. At first, I don't know why I thought she was saying that. At first, it's just simple categories, financial, feedback, incident reports. Then they split apart into good and bad reports, and for... How the incident reports can split into good and bad, for example. And further still, until it starts to look like we just thrown the papers onto the desk. This is hopeless. Huh? Why? We're doing what we're told, right? Yeah, but looks like we're just making mess. No, I think we got that lot done. She won't be able to work out the rest from here. So I think we can stop about here then. It's almost as if Misha's common sense left the room with Shizune. Misha? Common sense? Are you sure about that? Still, there's no point in arguing. Anyway, what's the deal with you and Hanako? Deal? You were hanging out with her today, weren't you? Have there been any fireworks? Any gossip that you're withholding from me? If I told you about my own circumstances, it wouldn't be a gossip, would it? I guess not. We're just friends, I guess. Why are you so interested? I thought you and Shizune didn't like her. It's not really like that. You know, she gently don't get along well. Which is mostly Shizune's. I mean, I don't get along with Shizune at all as well, so who... Ugh. And since you can't really get Hanako away from Lily, we don't talk to her much. Technically, it's a good thing that the two of you don't talk to her. We know they're a good route already. And we know what you've caused. But that does mean that I can be concerned for her. What is there to be concerned about? Well, she never hangs out with anyone else, right? It's no good, Hichan. If Shizune and Lee dislike each other because their personalities are different, no, it's because Shizune is trash, then I had to think how Misha and Hanako would get along. They wouldn't? I mean, one way or the other, we're all in the same boat here, right? No. No. This one time, when she left class halfway through, she just went to the teacher and asked what was going to be done about it. He said that every student here has special needs and that Shichan shouldn't worry herself about it. Hanako never does any group work, she just runs off. Is that enough to be concerned about? Why do we have to be here in this stupid council room? I guess... No, you're not right, god damn it. Still, she still hardly says a word when we're talking. Wait, why is Hisao taking... I really will not like this route, will I? Not at all. Well, it's more than I have been able to do. She and I both tried when she started, but she got scared and ran off. Well, to be fair, it's a good thing for her. I would run off myself, to be honest. I consider telling Misha that exactly the same thing happened with me, but she seems caught up in thought. Listening to Misha about Shizune's influence is interesting. I think she needs to realize that people here don't care what she looks like and that she can trust her. No, trusting the two of you, never. Yo, I would never do that. If she could, I'd feel a lot better about her. I think this is the longest I have watched Misha without seeing her sign. When she's with Shizune, she's constantly waving her hands about, explaining the world to Shizune. The amount of effort probably places strain even on an agile mind. And let's face it, Misha isn't the world's brightest spark. With that we can agree. Well, I'll keep an eye on for her. Not for you, for myself. But you should probably apologize for later. I don't think Hanako is cut out for that kind of joke.
Huh? Oh, I didn't even notice, sorry.
Don't say it to me, just mention it to her.
Alright, first thing tomorrow, I'll speak to her.
I don't know, that's a good thing. A cacophony from the door heralds the return of Shizune. Oh no. I guess she can't really tell how much noise she's making. Oh boy.
Oh, Shi-chan, you're back!
Shizune appears completely laden with goods from the convenience store.
There was some surplus left from the festival. Since this is officially festival business, I've splurged a little. Nice idea, Shi-chan. 10 points!
Is it really allowed? No, it's not.
For someone who refuses to join us, you seem to take an unhealthy interest in the politics of this council.
Yeah. I'm not going to join you, though. Never again. Playing that route was a mistake.
I shall punish your insolence by rationing your portion for the fest.
I don't care. I shall punish you by going out. As easy as that. Fine, fine. Get it. I would go out. I would honestly ditch them already. Misha slides the multiple stacks of paper to one side to make room for the avalanche of food Shizune is spreading out. As I watch my hardly misdirected work become wasted, I realize that it's little wonder why these two need help. Why? I mean, because they have absolutely no control over what they are doing, let's face it. The convenience store meal isn't overly tasty, but nevertheless it's filling.
Thanks for helping today. Most of the time we just make up the reports for the staff.
Don't care.
This year we can at least make up some relevant headings of the debrief.
Yeah, are you sure this isn't a corrupt organization? I would say it might be.
Not at all, not at all. We're by the book. It's not our fault if the book isn't specific enough.
I thought that was definition of corruption.
You think too much.
You think too little. Anyway, I must be off. That is, if I'm allowed to leave. Dude, just go!
Your work has been deemed sufficient. You may leave.
Well, see ya. You know, if you're stressed, the free meal side of things or the endless workload side, you'll probably end up with more recruits.
You might just have a point.
Well, think about it. And think about what we talked about. You don't have to do that, Shizune, if you don't want.
What? Oh, alright. I'll try to see her tomorrow.
She forgot already.
Good night, Hit-chan.
Night, Misha. I'm going to pretend the other one was not there. Because I can't stand her! My god, I'm so freaking worried about this road, man. So freaking worried. Chirping birds. Normally, this would be a good time to reflect upon the beauty of the nature. Except it's not, because it's annoying as heck, ain't it? I can't get positivity into this. I can't. But it is 6 AM. Yeah, oh, yeah. That's why I actually like winter. There are no birds outside. They don't make any noise. It's the best. Covering my head with a pillow, I slam my face on the mattress, hoping that the impact will send me instantly back to sleep. Futile. I toss and turn, but sleep simply won't return to me. Alright, nature. You've won. See? I'm getting up now. The lack of sleep weighs my mind down. And there is only one remedy for this. A nice, hearty breakfast. It would be nice to be the first person here. To be the first to dig into a piping hot pile of food, to sit wherever I desire. It would have been nice. But even my exceptionally early start has put me behind the most diligent students. I guess there are quite a few that have early starts here, for one reason or another. A group of students in sports clothes huddle around the table. One of the tables, eagerly discussing game plans in between inhaling great gulps of food. Scattered around the hall are a number of blurry-eyed students, probably suffering from the same ailment as myself. Noisy, annoying birds. And of course, there are the people that actually enjoy getting up this early. What is wrong with you people? The ones with their back stuffed with textbooks and completed homework. It's hard not to despise people like that. Yeah, kind of. Even more so when you're tired yourself. Especially if they are enthusiastic. Then I understand why you would despise them, yeah. Picking out a familiar face from the thin crowd, I head towards the nearest table. Liz sits alone, delicately feeling her way around a small plate of eggs with her fork. It's almost a shame to interrupt her and her clockwork movements. Older, this is how blind person zones out. Simply moving in predetermined patterns learned over the years. Just like how a sighted person would eat while reading a newspaper. Speaking of which, have you ever seen anyone reading a newspaper while eating breakfast? Because I haven't. Or I don't remember seeing that. In the past, of course. Nowadays, also not happening. Good morning, Lily. I didn't expect you to be here this early.
Oh, Hisao, you startled me. I didn't know you took breakfast this early.
I don't. This is an exception to the rule. I'd greatly prefer to be late to school than early to breakfast. Ellie gives a small sigh my admitted tardiness as I begin eating my food. It doesn't take long for her to lapse back into the previous mindless nibbling. Each short motion lacks energy. I suppose this is similar to letting your eyes wander while performing any ordinary chore. But after a few repetitions of the find food, eat food cycle, Lily puts her down her fork and dabs her lips with a napkin.
Hisao, do you mind if I ask you a question?
All I want is a little food and about 4 hours of sleep. And nobody says, can I ask you a question for a simple question? Sure.
Do you think of Hanako as a friend?
Huh? This seems like a leading question. I guess so. Why do you ask?
No real reason. I do have another question for. Why is that you think of her as a friend?
This is well above my level. What is she expecting from me? I'm not really sure. I guess it's because she's different the way she deals with people.
Since I've known her, she hasn't reconnected with anyone. She doesn't seem interested in other people, and I think people are a little scared by her appearance.
Bastards. Really? I thought that kind of thing was, well, discouraged here. Discriminating and such.
If I were to put it one way.
She furrows her brow in thought, and which makes me slightly anxious as to what she's plucking from her mind.
I'd say that you were a little naive.
Naive? I'd be insulted if not for the slightly cynical grin on her face. I see.
While Yamaku has a stronger sense of community compared to the other schools, it's far from being free of conflict.
I know, okay? I know.
Rules cannot remove human nature, after all, only suppress it.
That's something I've noticed actually. Just little things, like how certain people and cliques avoid each other in the hallways. It's no different than my old school really. Even Lily and Shizune could be considered bitter rivals, even though they both seemed like fairly accepting people. I wouldn't say that about Shizune. Well, at least the Misha tempted Shizune does. Makes more sense. I mean, Misha seems like someone who accepts people and so on. Shizune not. We know that very well. Who knows what actually goes on with her fingers and behind her glasses. I guess you're right, but when I first came here, everything was a bit of a shock. I kept making mistakes, or at least thinking I was making mistakes, like when we first met and I said, I see to you. I didn't know if that was considered rude or anything, so I tried to just put it in the back of my mind, treating people any differently and that kind of thing. So I didn't. I told myself that Hanako had you and everyone else was just normal, and I tried to ignore the obvious. I talked to Hanako as if she were any other person, and so we became friends. At least that's how I think it happened. But you know, I feel guilty just from saying something like that aloud, as if it took extra effort to think of Hanako or you or anyone here as a normal people. I don't think that's right.
Hisao, I think you are naive, but I also think that you are a good person. It is perhaps one of your better traits.
I suppose I can take that as a compliment.
Tell me, are you free tonight?
If you don't count homework, then I'm as free as the breeze.
In that case, would you care to join myself and Hanako for tea?
I really don't have that much money at the moment, so going out is really...
Oh, I didn't mean going out. Just here, this evening.
You can access the classrooms in the evening here?
No, that's not what I meant. Hanako and I often use my room for tea parties together. Please feel free to drop by after dusk.
Sure, I see no problem with that. What's your number?
225, room 25 on the second floor.
Sure.
Well then, I had best be off. I have class representative duties to attend to, after all. Until this evening, Hisao.
Yeah, catch you later. Hang on, was just invited to girls' room after hours? Is that even allowed? Is that even allowed? We'll find out in a second. There is the curfew here, but I've never heard any rules about visitors in the dorm rooms. Even still, this is enough to get my sleep-deprived brain jump-started. And that's to a lukewarm breakfast, and you have one hell of a pick-me-up. I gradually go to class, still a little excited at the prospect of breaking the rules. I feel a little like a kid planning to sneak out of his window at night. Well, me, that's going a little too far, but when you compare invitation to a party to 6 or so hours of lectures, I know which one wins. Misha and Susan do little to relieve my boredom either. Ugh. Not them again. For once, they seem determined to actually complete Muto's assignments. Nevertheless, the day eventually winds to a close. I head back to my room to wash up and comb my hair. Which, of course, as you can see, I do every day. Thankfully, I don't run into Shizune again. I would like to run into Kenji, for he's super interesting. And, you know, he gives some enjoyable situations, not gonna lie. I mean, yeah. Before long, I am leaving the boys' dorm. I nervously rap on the door marked 225, checking my watch once again.
Is that you, Hisao? The door is open. You can come in.
Lee's voice leads through the door and soothes my nerves. This is the first time I've been invited to a girl's room after the dark. Even if I know there is no ulterior motive behind this invasion, it doesn't stop my mind running wild with possibilities. 1 guy, 2 girls in a dorm room with a tea set. This is one hell of a tea party. When I put it like that, it sounds a little dodgy. Giving a small sigh to steady myself, I gingerly put my hand on the handle and opened the door, craning my head to see the inside.
Yahoo!
The door opens completely and I catch my first glimpse of Lily's room. Her furniture looks almost antique, but the bare walls and flat surfaces are barely decorated at all. In the center of the room sits a low table, where I see a small tea set at rest. It seems that everything in this room has its place, possibly excepting the several piles of books stacked up against the wall. My sense of vision isn't the only one to be stimulated. The faint smell of something you pick up in the air. Nail polish, perfume, makeup. It's hard to describe in any other way than girly. My eyes finish their quick sweep of the room before turning their position on the girls. Lee sits next to a small table wearing very dark blue pajamas. Dark blue pajamas with shorts shorts that show plenty of her alluring pale legs. Opposite her, Hanako sits adorned in a conservative light pink gown. Her hands are firmly fixed between her legs, her shoulders forward and her head down, as if trying to hide herself in it. It would be easy for her to do, it looks about 2 sizes too big for her. Waves of flannel flow from her frame, making her look like a child playing dress-up in her parents' clothes. She looks up to confirm my identity, and the beginnings of a thin smile creep across her face before vanishing so fast that I can't be sure they were even ever there. Yeah.
There is no point in you standing in the doorway, Hisao.
I take a step in the room, closing the door behind me.
My, I'm afraid this is a really small room for the 3 of us. Would you like to take a seat?
I slowly walk to the table and sit down. Also, I don't know why I'm never sitting in like the center of the goddamn chair. It's weird, but yeah. I slowly walk to the table and sit down, trying my hardest not to disturb anything along the way. I also can't help but steal a quick glance into Lily's top as I sit. To be robbed of sight would be a most terrible fate. Okay, I understand you right now.
Well now, how about some tea, Hanako? Could you please pour? Sure. Hisao, would you like?
I would love some tea. Do you need a hand?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Lily finds it difficult to resist a smile at her companion's nervousness. Something I can't really blame her for. Been a tiring day?
Yeah.
I relax at my place, opposite of the cabinet. To my left is a blue-clad Lily, and to my right sits the pink Hanako. The tea set on the table looks cute as well as practical, painted red with a floral motif. It looks old when contrasted with Lily's plain but generally sophisticated looking furniture, which is the thing that Hanako might have picked it out. There's a slight ting when Hanako accidentally clips the teapot on a cup as she's pouring. She breathes in sharply. She must be really nervous, as it's not the kind of thing anyone would worry about. Hanako quivers at her mistake.
It's okay, Hanako. There is no need to be nervous.
Hanako seems to find some confidence in these reassuringly soft-spoken words and deftly pours the next 2 cups.
Here you are, Hisao, Lily.
Hanako carefully places a cup and saucer in front of Lily and myself. I could get used to service like this.
Thank you, Hanako.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Lily searches for her cup and upon finding it, sips delicately. I do the same. This tea tastes somewhat better than the tea we usually have at school. This is nice. It's so different from any tea I had before.
Looks like we picked the right one, Hanako. You've done well, even if it was a bold move.
Hanako's smile returns, redoubled. Even with her blighted face, her shy smile couldn't be called anything but
cute. I'm glad you like it.
Hanako finally begins to relax, sips from her cup. I think back to my chat with Misha the other day. Is Hanako's behavior something to be concerned about, or is she just shy? And then there was Lee earlier this morning. The concern from both them seemed to be genuine, and they know the situation better than I. But really, how could I possibly help? I'm no plastic surgeon, so I can't really help her appearance, nor am I a psychologist who can make her more sociable. So what the hell do Lee and Misha want me to do? It's frustrating. Hanako and I are quickly becoming friends on our own accord, and because of that, it's like everyone wants me to solve all her problems. Okay, no they don't. And I have no idea how to do that. No one can cure my heart, nor Lily's eyes, nor anyone who is here in this school. However, I see no harm becoming better friends with Hanako. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. Now that she's working out to me, I kind of enjoy hanging out with her.
So, Hisao, are you enjoying yourself?
These words break me out of my reverie, and I take a second to consider where I am. I'm in a room with 2 girls in their bedclothes. This is something to be enjoyed. Yes, it's relaxing. Almost like I'm not in school anymore. Do you do this often?
Quite often, but not as often as we take the tea in the school building.
Considering they do that nearly every day, that's not a big surprise. As I move to take another sip from my teacup, I find it soundly empty. Oh. That was delicious. Thank you. Hanako, Lily, I actually have some more. In a lovely Winnie the Pooh cup. Actually, a freaking mug, whatever.
You're welcome. Yes, you're most welcome, Hisao. It's nice to have a third person here.
Well, anytime you need someone to fill the position, I'm always available. Always. One must be sure to get one's point across in these circumstances. Lee lets loose a yawn, which she unsuccessfully hides with her hand.
Pardon me. I think I'm a little tired. I think we're all a little tired. My, how astute we are tonight, Hanako. We really should head to bed. We all have class tomorrow.
Yeah, I should go too.
Thank you for your presence, Hisao. Thanks. You will come again?
Not even a whole army could stop me.
I'm impressed by your determination, Hisao.
Either way, you're right. We'd best get going. So stand up and make for the door. Hanako gingerly stands up behind me. I stop and face her. Are you coming with me? Hanako instantly blossoms into full blush.
No, this room, this isn't.
It's okay. I was only joking.
Okay. Good night. Good night, Hanako. Good night, Hisao.
Night all. And with that, our tea party finishes. I'm still not sure what it is that Lee wants me to do for Hanako, but I don't want to let her down. I wait until the door has closed behind us before turning to Hanako. Hey Hanako, you know, you don't have to be nervous around me or anything. I mean, we're friends, right?
Right, we're friends.
If you ever want to hang out or anything, just let me know. We still need to have that chess rematch, remember?
Sure. But I don't think you will win.
Oh, it wouldn't be any fun if it was easy. Hanako seems to give a muted laugh, but she could have just as easily been exhaling.
Good night, Hisao.
With that, Hanako quickly retreats into her room, located next to Lily's. I start to walk back to my dorm, but the simple act of walking seems to drain me of my energy. So I sleep in the bushes next to the dorm. I barely make it to my room before I am hit by a wave of exhaustion. I kick off my shoes, fall into bed, and fall asleep by the time my head hits the pillow. And here we are ending the episode. We'll continue tomorrow. Of course, do I have this actually here? I think I have it. Oh my god. But I'm worried I would drop something from the shelf. Okay, I will not pick it up. There's too much risk I will drop the lightning. Anyway, let's end the episode as I said. We'll continue tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a wonderful day. And hope to see you tomorrow. Exactly. Bye bye.